Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey girl, hey, oh hey boy, hey, I'm Kimmy, and if you are a returning subscriber, hello my darling, and thank you so much for coming back. Guys, it is episode 2 of Gracefully Speaking, Conversations for the Soul. I'm so excited. I'll always be excited about sitting down in a chair and talking. So guys, as you can see by today's title, we will be discussing the disciplines that you must master in your waiting season. So just a little bit on how I came up with this topic. First of all, a lot of inspiration, definitely. And also because I still am currently in a waiting season. Also, quick disclaimer guys, I am not a professional in any way. I'm just a chick trying to be better every day. Do you know what I mean? So all the advice that I do give, let it be subjective, right? So if you think it is good for you and your situation at that time, then by all means, please take it. My whole point of this series or this thing that I'm doing with Gracefully Speaking is honestly just trying to help another girl out just like myself. All of these things that I'm giving to you are things that I use personally and things that I've used or am using, right? So it's not by any way any sort of professional advice. It's just things that I see, that inspire me, that I like, that keep me going, and then I just make it into a list, and then boom, I've got an episode. So yes. Anyway, that's enough chit chat. Let's get into the video. Discipline number 1 would be emotional regulation. You need to learn how to control your emotions while you wait, okay? This is very important because you do not want to act impulsively, right? I'll give you an example. Let's say you are currently waiting for, what can I say? Let's say a job, for example. You've applied to all the different jobs and you are waiting for someone to say come in for an interview, or you've done the interview, now you're waiting for them to send a contract or something like that. So that requires a lot of patience, right? Because that is not in your control. There's nothing you can do for that process to go faster or anything. You've already been to the interview, you've already maybe applied, so you just need to wait and see what the outcome is, right? So sometimes most of us can be very impatient, and as a result, we actually self-sabotage ourselves. So let's say they are taking forever, right, to get back to you with whether you've made it for the job or not. And let's just say you saved up maybe $500 to get to this new job for the first 2 weeks, but because they are taking so long and you think, you know what, I'm never gonna get this job, it's fine, let me take this $500 and let me go have lunch with my girls. And then boom, after you spend that $500, what happens? They tell you, congratulations Kimmy, you've got the job, and now you don't have money to go. So little things like that. While we wait, there's a lot of pressure. We want things to happen like super quick, and sometimes we can act really impulsively. So the job thing is just the example that I could think of from the top of my head. So it's like things like that. Don't self-sabotage. If you know that you have done your absolute best, the best you can do now is to just wait. Grace under pressure is extremely important. So be patient with yourself and be patient with the process. Without emotional regulation, trust me baby, there's no way you can get to your dreams, because building a path towards your dreams is extremely difficult, and it needs a lot of emotional regulation. There's gonna be times that you just want to give up, you just want to stop, but you cannot stop because of what you feel in the moment. Discipline number 2 would be self-validation. This is extremely important, and sometimes I'm very guilty of not validating myself. Sometimes I do seek external validation. While external validation is extremely good and it is necessary, because you know there's only so much self-validation you can do. Sometimes you do need that extra push from your friends, from your family, just to let you know, girl, you got it, you can do this, you're gonna get in, things like that. But what happens on the day that your mom or your friend doesn't say, girl, you got it? You need to have yourself. And if you believe in yourself and you self-validate yourself, and you always tell yourself, you know what, I've got it, but you're telling it to yourself, the more you tell it to yourself and the more that you hear it, your brain is going to believe it. So you need to practice self-validating yourself. Just have your back. Just pretend you are your best friend and affirm yourself as if your best friend would affirm you. Discipline number 3 would be time management. In your waiting season, you should be using this time to do things that align with your priorities, right? Just be productive in a way that helps that specific goal, right? Example, so right now I am currently exercising. I want to look a certain way. I want to feel a certain way. So while I wait for my body to be transformed and look the way that I want it to look, I will have to eat correctly. I'll have to ensure that I do those exercises daily. Do you understand? So while I'm waiting, I am prioritizing and doing things that align with my goal. My goal being a certain look for my body, right? Because I mean, your body doesn't get transformed overnight. It takes months, it can take weeks. So you need to ensure that you are doing the right thing to get to where you need to be. Discipline number 4 would be intentional rest. I cannot stress this enough. I feel that while we are waiting for something to happen, especially with our goals, we are always on go mode, and I'm so guilty of this. Like, I feel like if I rest, then everything will come crumbling down, but that is actually a big fat myth. You need to prioritize intentional downtime in order for you to recharge, because if you don't recharge, you will burn out, right? So you will be going for 3 weeks straight, it's going good, but on week 4 you're suddenly demotivated, you don't feel like it. So while you wait in this season, just prioritize some time to just unwind, man, just to recharge your mind, because if your mind is healthy, recharged, you're able to think better and plan your next moves. So definitely, just love on yourself during this time. Just make sure that you get enough rest, you drink enough water, you're eating well, and that everything is good with you mentally, because we are going to need that strong mentality once we have acquired or achieved whatever the goal that we want to get. Discipline number 5, which also ties in with discipline number 4, is decluttering. This can be a physical decluttering or a mental decluttering. So physical decluttering could look like ensuring that your space is clean, ensuring that you are throwing away or donating things that you no longer need, because if your space is clean and it's you can breathe in it, then that is good. You also are able to think better and you're actually a little bit more productive, okay? So that's what physical decluttering would be. Emotional decluttering would look like maybe getting rid of negative thoughts. The minute you hear a negative thought in your head about a specific goal, like, oh girl, you are not going to make it, oh girl, it's too hard, just squash it like immediately. So that would be a mental decluttering. Also, toxic relationships, toxic friendships, toxic boyfriends, girlfriends, everything. You really don't need that, because in your waiting season, it has to be a peaceful, productive time. And by decluttering at that very sensitive and crucial time, it assists you so that when you get to where you need to be, everyone or everything that needs to be with you there is there, and everything that you didn't need has been cut off or removed. Do you understand? There's nothing worse than eventually reaching your goal and then your friends that weren't even trying to help or motivating you in your waiting season are suddenly so happy, like, oh my gosh, girl, you finally did it. But where were you when I needed that extra push? Where were you when I needed an act of service? Do you understand what I mean? So it is very, very crucial to declutter, whether it is decluttering physical things or decluttering mental things. That is relationships, friends, clothes, whatever. Just get rid of anything that you will no longer be needing in your next step of greatness. Discipline number 6 would be building resilience. This is probably the most important one, guys, because in waiting seasons, yes, you can wait the 2 months, the 3 months, the year, but when the answer finally comes, it may not be the answer that you are looking for or that you are hoping for. So you need to cultivate a mindset that will allow you to come back 10 times stronger, okay? from any setbacks or any no's, okay? And no doesn't necessarily mean that, well, sorry, it's never gonna happen for you. For me, I take no's, especially if it's something that I want with everything in me, I take no's as, no, not today, but maybe another time, maybe in 3 months, maybe in a year, but eventually you will get there. Maybe the no is because I'm not ready to handle that blessing or that goal at the time. So it's a no for now, but come back in 3 months. Continue working on it, come back in 3 months, come back in 6 months, come back in a year. So you need to be very resilient. All the no's that you're going to hear need to fuel you, okay? Like, these be like, okay, it's a no for now, but what is it? Why did I get the no? Is it because I wasn't pushing hard enough? Is it because I wasn't doing something correctly? Do you understand what I mean? So in those no's, take lessons from it so that you can cultivate that mindset. So be resilient, like, just be resilient, okay? Don't mope, don't be sad. Yes, it sucks. Allow yourself to maybe cry or feel hurt for that 1 or 2 days, but after that, baby, no one else is building this dream for you. You are building it for yourself. No one is gonna come and save you. It is all up to you. So be resilient and come back 10 times stronger, especially if you want it with everything in you. Guys, thank you so much for watching in today's episode of Gracefully Speaking. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys have anything to let me know, please put it down in the comments. Please tell me if you'll be implementing any of these disciplines. Tell me if you are currently implementing any of these disciplines, and let me know how it's going. I know that I am, and so far so good, honestly. Yeah, you don't have to implement all 7. You can literally take 3 that resonate with you the most. But I do hope that this can help you in your waiting season, because you are not alone in waiting, okay? There are millions of us who are waiting for something good to happen. Just ensure that you are doing what needs to be done while you are waiting in order to be ready for that blessing, for that goal, or for whatever it is that you are waiting for. So guys, if you have made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. If you still haven't subscribed, please consider doing that. But if you did like the video, please give me a big fat thumbs up and leave a comment again if you have anything to let me know. I really do enjoy reading all the beautiful comments. Thank you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.